deal with airplane peanuts.
Was there any times that you'd be, in the back and just be like, oh my God, so-and-so's here, or like pass someone in the hallway and be like, oh my God?
So Chris Rock was there. I mean, I've seen him come through the OR several times, but I'm at a point in my career now where I'm in the meat of the lineup. I think in the past I would be so far where our paths wouldn't even really cross, but I'm like one of the guys now. So like I bring him on stage and like we see each other now. So I think this moment happened where I didn't know that's the thing about the Comedy Store. It's so dark. You don't know who's there so I'm just doing my set. And then I get a piece of paper. So that's usually when there's a drop in or something, because you know who you're going to bring up. So I get the piece of paper and it says, Chris Rock. So I'm like, oh my God, this is like, what a drop in, give some great intro, And I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Rock. And then he comes up and he's like, oh, that was funny, man. And then I hear from multiple people. They're like, yo, he was dying during your set.
Oh my God.
So in like multiple comics, it was like, yeah, he was in the buckets. He's just like dying. And that was just such a milestone and moment for me. Like bigger than any audition that I like booked or Hollywood shit. Just feels like I'm visiting. That meant so much because he's Mount Rushmore. He's one of the comedy greats. I can take that to the grave with me. Like people can say whatever. Like you're always gonna have trolls and shit. But I can be like, nah, you're wrong. or we have a difference of opinion. Because I have such a North Star with this. Like I was pretty good even without having that. Like I'm compartmentalized and I can mentally handle that shit. It's fine. But just knowing like 6 different people are telling me like Chris Rock was dying in the bucket seats, I'm golden. I'm gravy.
That's such a cool part about comedy and so interesting to hear, because it's like you have probably, with views, everything total, in person, online, you've probably made millions of people laugh, but just this one guy that you made laugh is like the peak of your...
Well, yeah, because he is in the field and the industry that I care so much about. Like he is a purist like me. He has discerning taste. Yeah. Like those are, I feel like Chris Rock, Seinfeld, like even like Neil Brennan, like they don't give it up. So when they do, that means a lot. I haven't gotten kudos from Seinfeld, but Neil, and I haven't really met Seinfeld, so that would be amazing for me as well. Like I love him too.
Did you have a favorite comedian growing up?
Who did I like? What's weird is I didn't grow up watching stand-up. It wasn't until I was like 17 that it kind of got on my radar. I grew up with The Simpsons, Conan, and SNL. Okay. That's sort of my comedy DNA as a child, like my teachers. And then I saw Delirious, so Eddie Murphy Delirious. Okay. And then I was like, oh, what is this? Yeah. Yeah. So
you mentioned SNL. That reminds me, you do some sketch stuff too, or you did. Is that then like obviously Goat Face and then some other just random funny sketches with people and teams and stuff? Do you like doing that compared to being on stage? Like, are those laughs different to you? Like, you put out a really funny sketch with other people versus doing it by yourself. Do you have a preference, or is it all just comedy?
I'm just a fan of ideas and like comedic ideas, and whatever the right bucket for that idea kind of wins.